Hi, besties. Welcome back to the Bestie Talk podcast. I'm your host, Kiannajit, and today we are going to be doing an Ask Your Besties episode. I have been talking about doing an Ask Your Besties episode for like 2 months, you guys, and something just continues to keep coming up. Also, I feel like for my regulars that listen to the podcast, you're gonna miss hearing my nails because I have no nails on today, and so I feel like I feel naked. So I'm sorry, but my noises that I normally make with my nails are going to be absent in today's episode. Okay. So today's Ask Your Besties, there is let me turn my phone on D&D before I get distracted. Today's Ask Your Besties is going to be a little bit all over the place. We have a bunch of different questions that I was asked and I answered. So yeah, just so you guys know that it's going to be a little bit all over the place. We have a little bit of spirituality. We have a little bit of gossiping. We have a little bit of like walking with purpose. There's going to be just kind of all over the place. So get ready, grab your cutesy little drink or get ready for your girly walk because we are going to do an Ask Your Besties episode. So the very first question, and I loved this question. I was like, ooh, okay. Do you believe in, please, if I'm butchering this, nobody make fun of me, duendes or mermaids, aliens, or the afterlife? 1000% I do. Like 1000%. If you guys like heard how I like talked on an everyday basis about like spirituality, you probably would think I'm fucking nuts. But I 1000% believe in all of that and just spirits in the spirit realm. Being in spirituality and having a gift to be able to talk to the other side is truly something that I will say. Going through the death of my grandma, I keep saying being gifted is a blessing and a curse because for me, I know the other side and the other realm. And yes, it helps put my mind at ease a lot of the time, but then it also makes me like just question why the fuck we chose to even come here in the first place. But I 1000% believe in all of that, especially in the afterlife and just the spirit realm in its whole. Being able to communicate with spirits and being able to see and feel that other side is honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I love being able to communicate and like I'm not sure if I've talked a whole lot about this part of my life on the internet and just the podcast, but one of my main spirit guides is my grandfather. My grandpa passed away 7 years before I was even born, so I never even met him in this realm, but I know him so closely in the spirit realm and I 1000% believe in it, and he is who guides me on my life every single day. He is who helps me communicate with the other side and just being able to also help others and being able to channel messages from their loved ones. Like, you cannot tell me that the spirit realm does not exist. It is here. It is here. And if you are blind to it, or if you don't believe in it, you're blind to it because it is here 1000%. Your spirit guides are always with you. Your ancestors are always with you. It's just up to you to be able to tap into them and be able to call on them. If you're looking to kind of dive deeper into that whole spirit realm, because there's one thing to be spiritual, to have spirituality or practice spirituality and things like that and like one with the universe and just living in a more spiritual way, and then there's another thing being tapped in and actually living life like with your ancestors and praising them and things like that. Those are two different things, and I've definitely combined the two. But if you want to tap more in, I definitely recommend looking up like ancestor prayers and just learning more about your ancestors. You don't have to, like, your spirit guides don't have to be people that you've met in this lifetime and in this realm. They can be ancestors that have passed years and years and years before you were even conceived in this realm. So looking into that is something that like helps heal a part of my soul. So I 1000% believe in all of that. I believe in mermaids and everything too. I feel like mermaids may not be as pretty as we think that they are, but I definitely believe in them. So yes, like you guys might think I'm like literally nuts if you heard like everything that I believed in, but I 1000% believe in that. So our second question for Ask Your Besties is, how do you walk in your purpose? Remember the vision, the picture, the cause, the reason why you're doing what you're doing. You need to always remember it. Like, keep it in the forefront of your mind. Literally, sticky note on the mirror, keeping it always around you. I love to have it like somewhere on my lock screen on my phone. That helps me a lot, is remembering what is my goal. Like, specifically for me with the lock screen, I do like once a month, but I have the same goal pretty much every single month. So I always have it somewhere on my lock screen to just remind myself, what is it that I'm working so hard for? What am I working towards? Why am I working towards that? And just continuously remembering it and saying it out loud, like speaking it a lot helps me, because it's easy to forget why you're continuously working for something. It's easy to, get caught up in your everyday to day life and just like the drama of everyday to day life. Like, it's really easy to get caught up in that shit, and then you literally forget what you're even doing and like the walk and the path that you're on. You can easily forget that. So continuously remembering it, speaking it into existence, speaking out into the universe really helps me. And also remember too, because this is something that I learned recently, is that your purpose changes. Like, as time goes on and as we grow and as we evolve into new people, our purpose on this earth changes. So when I, for a couple years, I was a waxer, and solely a waxer. Like, I was a salon owner. Well, I am still a salon owner and a waxer, but my purpose was only to help and create a space for women to feel comfortable and to feel safe and vulnerable in, and create like a complete safe zone for them. And that was it. That was my only purpose in life. And I was totally okay with it. And I really took that and took ownership of that and executed it. But now my purpose, as well as it still is to create a safe space for women and to feel comfortable and blah, 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 like all of that stuff. I mean, I'm doing that with Bestie Talk. I do that with my salon, all that good stuff, right? But my purpose also is to teach others how to love themselves authentically and to live their lives with self-love as their forefront. So my purpose in life has changed, and my purpose in life will change in 5 years, in 10 years, and in 20 years. And that is okay. But reevaluate what your purpose is and what the goal is. Like, if the goal for me, my goal is to teach the fucking universe, everybody that's in here, even if it's just one person or if it's a million, to teach them how to truly authentically love themselves and to live by that day to day, right? So I have to continuously remind myself what my goal is, and that is my purpose. That is what I am trying to do every single day. So remembering that, and then reevaluating that, I would say at least once a year, or whenever you feel like a shift, especially whenever you feel a spiritual awakening. Whenever you feel a spiritual awakening, reevaluate your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing in this world, because that usually changes it sometimes. So definitely do that. Also, you have to remember to check yourself. Like, you have to check in with yourself, obviously, with just like mental health and stuff like that, but check yourself in a rough way too. Like, have those tough conversations with yourselves, or thought sessions of like, I am definitely not walking with my purpose. Like, if my purpose is to like teach others how to have self-love and to love themselves authentically, and I am like spewing hate, I hate my body, and I'm talking shit about myself like all day, every day, if I'm judging people, if I'm like not doing what I'm preaching, if I am just living life like hatred, just angry, I need to fucking check myself and be like, bitch, what are you doing? You need to remember your purpose. You need to remember the vision, the big picture here. You are not just the big picture. Look outside. Like, take yourself out for a minute and look at the whole picture and remember what you were put on here to do, and do it. Like, you have to check yourself. So you have to have those tough conversations, because if you're not doing that, then you're just going to become an enabler of yourself. And that, my friends, that is how you can completely like low-key destroy you and destroy your own purpose, is being an enabler to yourself, of not holding yourself accountable for the purpose that you're supposed to be doing, the purpose that you have on this earth. So check yourself. Like I at least check myself maybe like once a week, or if I feel myself going down a deep rabbit hole. Like recently, I have definitely been going through a mental health episode, and just like it really has been pretty rough for me. So I was not living authentically. I was not living with my purpose. So I definitely had to check myself and be like, nah, like what the fuck am I gonna do to change this? Because I can't continue to live like this, because I got shit I gotta do. I got a purpose. I got lives I gotta change. Like we don't got time to waste, honey. Neither do you, with whatever purpose that it is that you have. Remember that it's a purpose for a reason. You need to do this. Whatever it is that your purpose is, you need to do it. So you need to surround yourself with people that are on the similar path, okay? You can't be someone who is destined to help the greater good of people and just make the universe a better place, while also being besties with somebody who literally hates the universe and spews hate every single fucking way they can. You just can't do it. You need to be surrounded with people that live and breathe the same things that you do to help you along that path. Okaying the behavior of somebody who goes directly against with what you believe in and what you believe your purpose is detrimental in your walk on this, in this universe. Like, it's going to dramatically affect A, how fast you get there, B, if you're even going to get there and to begin with, and C, if people are going to look at you and believe in you and believe in your purpose and actually buy what the fuck you're selling. Because bitch, if somebody's out here preaching, oh my God, we all need to go vegan and we all need to be vegetarian and all this shit, like blah, 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 but their best friend is like the biggest carnivore ever and they just like eat meat all the time and they're like, wow, like I love meat. Like, are you really going to believe that they are vegetarian and they are vegan? Probably not. So if you are somebody that, if I'm somebody who preaches like self-love and body positivity and inclusiveness, right? But I'm best friends with somebody who literally believes that like the straight sizes is what should be normal and like fuck body positivity and like hates bigger people and it just spews hate. Are you really going to believe me? Are you really going to trust in me? Probably not. So you need to take that and apply it to whatever you've got going on in your purpose in life and what you believe in, and take a look at your besties around you. That goes back to like the checking yourself. You also need to check your friends and understand that not everybody is good for you. Like your friends, sometimes they're not fucking good for you. And you need to choose yourself first and love yourself so much that you're going to back away from the people that truly aren't good for you. And that's on T, baby. That's on T. Okay. Our next question, going back a little bit back to spirituality, is how do you get close to your cards? So if you guys didn't know, I do read tarot. My biggest tip on how to get close to your cards is using the same deck. Like I learned to read tarot from two of my really good friends and they had the same deck and I would just watch them read. And I got the same deck because it's something that stuck to my brain. Like I knew that deck and I literally just use that deck. I have one other deck and I like it. It's cute, but like using my OG deck is like, oh, it's just like comfort. So definitely use the same deck. My thing too is cleansing them. If you can cleanse them with your own energy, that's going to be tea. That's going to help a lot. But of course you can use your own, like sage and stuff like that. But cleansing them with your energy, I feel like just really, I don't know, guys, it just makes the energy stick. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay. Shuffling a lot too. Like sometimes when I'm like in the middle of readings or if like I'm just chilling, like I'm going to be shuffling my fucking cards. Like I'm just shuffling. Another thing too is I like to have conversations with my cards. So I'll just shuffle and I'm like, okay, what message do you guys need from me? Or what message do you guys need to tell me today? And I literally just pull one. And sometimes when I first started, I would literally do that day and night. I would do that for family, for my husband, for friends, which I even did it for my dog. Like I was doing it for anybody and everybody. So just like practice makes perfect. I also believe too, like as most of you guys know, my grandma passed away. And when we were going through her things, we had found her OG, you guys, OG, not like like OG tarot deck, like OG, like this box is literally falling apart. You can tell it's from Cuba, like, or it came from Cuba, or it's old. It's just old. Like this shit is fucking old. There's cards missing, but it is her OG tarot fucking deck. And like, I just think that like makes my statement even stronger. Like, continue to use your OG deck. Never lose it. Never get rid of it. Like that thing, like, keep it with you wherever you go. That is how you get close to your cards. That's how you get close. Our last question I thought was a really, really good one. I was like, I feel like I could talk about this for days upon days upon days, but it's how do you handle people who gossip about you? Honey, take it from a veteran. I've been doing this since I was fucking in elementary school, okay? Dealing with people and them fucking gossiping about you. I have done every single way there is possible to handle how people gossip about you. I've been through fights. I've gossiped back. I've talked shit. I've ignored. Like, I've done everything possible. And let me tell you, take it from the veteran. This is how you fucking deal with people who are gossiping you. You ignore it. You don't give a flying fuck because, baby, let me tell you, no matter what you do, whether it's good, whether it's bad, they are going to talk shit about you. It does not matter. They're going to talk shit. They're going to have something to say. It doesn't matter. I remember when I was getting married, my mom told me, doesn't matter what you do in your wedding, people are going to say something. People are always going to have something to say about you. And it's literally the truth. It does not matter. And the more you grow and the more you evolve and the more you gain respect and like just grow as a person and like in your career, they're going to continue to talk shit. Like, you can never make every single person happy because you have to understand their version of you. Like, the version that they have of you in their head is real to them. And it doesn't mean that that's the truth. It just means that's real to them. And the second that they go and open their mouth and they start talking shit about you and start gossiping about you, they are speaking what they think is the truth. And you have to understand there is not a damn thing you can do about it. Even if you got on the fucking rooftops and you screamed that it's not true and I'm a good person and this and that and the third, it does not fucking matter. They're still going to do it. There's still going to be people out there that believe them and there's going to be people out there that don't believe them, but it's still going to happen. So the only thing that you can do that is really going to change and be able to, for you to handle them gossiping about you, is to choose peace and to understand that there's nothing that you can do about it and let it roll off of your back like water because there's nothing you can do. And you spending your time and giving your energy to them who are going to continue to gossip about you no matter what, it's just taking away from you. And that is where it fucks you up. Not them gossiping about you. Not them talking shit and smearing your name. That doesn't ruin you. What ruins you is you giving them the energy. And trust me, I get it. I fucking get it. I get that when people gossip about you, you want to fucking wring their heads. You want to fucking fuck them up. You want to go find them on the street. You want to talk shit about them. You want to confront them. Like, I get that. Trust me, I've done that 1,000,001 times and it doesn't get you anywhere. It really doesn't. Like that, and that's the shitty part is it fucking doesn't. And sometimes it'd feel a lot better to fuck them up than to ignore. I get it, but it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anything. If anything, you're going to prove them right because they're making you look like you're this bad person, right? And this big bad whatever the fuck, and you go and you act a fool because they're talking shit. They're gonna be like, see, she's a bitch. See, she's evil. See, this, that, and the third. When nobody is going to see it from your point of view unless they originally saw it from your point of view. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to change their minds. They're not going to change their perspectives because most of the time, if somebody believes the gossip that somebody else has told them, it's because they already had a bad image or a bad thought of you in their head, and that the gossip that they just received was confirmation of what they already thought about you, and they just found a new group that they could sit and talk shit about you. That's it. That's what that is. And you can never change that. And you can never change how they thought about you from the beginning and how they thought about you after the gossip, and you have to just let it go. So that is how you handle people gossiping about you. Because babe, I get it. But understand this, okay? If people are gossiping about you, that means you're doing something. That means you're doing something that's getting under their skin, and that means that you're living life and that you're going to go places, because nobody gossiped about somebody that wasn't going nowhere. Okay? So when next time somebody you hear that somebody's gossiping about you, and you hear the people talking shit, just remember it's okay, because I want you guys to say this affirmation. This is one of my favorite affirmations. I love saying this, okay? Every single time my name is spoken, especially in vain, my success and my abundance grows 100 times more. And just repeat that. And just repeat that throughout the day, randomly saying it here, saying it there, and just boop, 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 boop. And you'd be surprised how much your success and your abundance grows, because, honey, you're going to be talked about all the time. It does not matter. It could be in vain and it could be good, but your abundance and success is going to grow 100 times more. One more thing that I have to say about people who are gossiping. Listen closely. If somebody gossips with you, if they're like, oh, bitch, did you hear what this girl did? Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. They will gossip about you. Let me repeat that. If somebody gossips with you, they will talk about you the second you are out of the room. So never trust a girl that sits there and gossips with you, unless she like your best friend. And even then, be careful a little bit. Whenever they are around you and they only gossip, like that's all that they can do, and that's all they have to talk about is gossiping about others, bitch, it's the biggest fucking red flag ever. Run, because they're definitely, whatever you've got going on in your life, they are running and telling somebody. The second that you were gone, they're running. They're like, ta-da! They're running and telling somebody. So be careful out here, because these girls and these guys, because don't think that guys are exempt to gossip, honey. I've seen some guys gossip straight too. Okay. I've seen some guys gossip. So be careful with who you give your information to and who you talk about and open up to, because a lot of these people cannot be trusted. Journal. It's a lot better, and it's free, and your secrets and your everything stay inside. Nobody can be gossiping about that shit. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are all having an amazing weekend. I hope this week that's coming up is going to be even better. So much more abundance and success is going to come to you, to your way. Okay. I love you guys so much. I will talk to you guys next week on the Bestie Talk podcast. I love you guys. Bye.